Now it's my honor to introduce Dr. Richard Carmona, the 17th United States Surgeon General.
Hi, everybody. Nice to see you all. I'm so happy to be with you, and what a privilege to follow my colleague Howard Koh, who did great things while at HHS, and to be able to make a few comments about the importance of the challenges we face. So first and foremost, a big thanks to my global colleagues involved in supporting the LANCET Countdown for Climate Action, one of our most pressing global health issues. Like many of you, I'm frustrated by a number of challenges, partially because of the lack of attention, the distractions that are quite high, and the continued hyper-partisan divisive rhetoric by conspiracy theorists and anti-science believers. We continue to systematically destroy ourselves and our ecosystems that we symbiotically exist with, and they're essential to life all over the world. We see the increased air pollution, increased heat, wildfires, and so much more, leading to an immense preventable disease and economic burden, as well as mental health challenges, and just pain to so many people that is needless. No country is immune. We are all inextricably connected globally by the air we breathe, the water we drink, the policies we enact, and the policies that we don't enact. Our vulnerable populations globally are at increased risk, for they are disproportionately affected. So we all talk about the social determinants of health and the challenges, and that document's been out a couple of decades, and we're still struggling with it. Now we see it in a new light as it relates to climate and how so many populations are being affected, especially those vulnerable populations. And now today, although COVID is rightfully front and center, let's not forget that climate change is a factor in the genesis of COVID-19 and probably every pandemic, including the pandemics in the past and those that will affect us in the future. In addition, in some of my work with corporate America, I am very happy to see that corporate America is now starting to become engaged in addressing climate and environmental change through scorecards that look at environmental, social, and governance factors in corporate America, and they're being held accountable by how their work, how their products affect the environment, and they're taking actions to be smarter with use of energy, with waste products, things like that, that also contribute to the challenges we have with climate in general. And as Howard said, and I'm sure others have said, this is a global issue. We must come together. We must stay united. We must belong to all of the organizations that we've kind of shunned in the last few years. We got to get back. America is back. We need to take our place globally and lead as we always have in issues of energy, in issues of climate, in issues of preventable disease and economic burden that is preventable. That's the job of America, what we've done so well. You know, the challenge for me as Surgeon General and looking at this at that 50,000-foot level for the years I was there, to see the great diversity that our nation has, but also the pain of the social injustice, the inequities that we have as a nation. But to see that this very diversity that makes us the greatest nation in the world paradoxically continues to divide us. And yet, as Howard said and others have said, we need to come together as a single global enterprise that's dealing with this issue of climate change, as we must for COVID, because this is not our best time as we've dealt with COVID because of the hyper-partisan rhetoric and the divisiveness that we see in a pandemic that is biologic in nature, that leads to a pandemic of mental health challenges, that is potentiated by a pandemic of hyper-partisan politics and divisiveness. That's got to get put behind us. I look at a future now where we can take our lead again, demonstrate to the world that we can do great things together, that we can extinguish these social injustice, these inequities that are plaguing us, take care of COVID, and agree to disagree on things. But when it comes to climate, we have to join hands and come up with solutions by crowdsourcing and aggregating information so that we are smarter and better as a world. Will make us all better. And I'm proud that the United States, I'm proud that the Lancet Countdown and all of my colleagues globally are joining us to make this a better world. And I thank you so much for the opportunity to join you today.